morning. Good morning. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? My connection is unstable. I may end up okay. Now you good. You good. As usual, in Elevation Academy team fashion, we have technical difficulties. Elena is she's with us, but she may be choppy. She may go in and out. It's cool. It wouldn't be the Elevation team if we didn't have technical difficulties, right? All right. Oh, there she go. Camera working. Elena, buenos dias. We're doing this week's podcast in absolute Spanish. So I hope you guys know how to speak Spanish because I sure don't. Meaning I won't be talking. No, I'm playing, man. Oh, we got some people chatting already. Good morning, Facebook user. Oh man, I guess they didn't see it. Good morning. So remember, if you guys click the link in my description, it should be a link to sign up for Restream so we can see who's who. Otherwise, it's gonna pop up like this and just says Facebook user. So we'll respond to all comments. We just don't know who's who if you guys aren't registered. All right, so Big Mouth KP is taking a back seat this week. I'll let my two lovely partners take the show. Well, one sick, so the one that's not sick, yeah. Credit extraordinaire. I'll turn your camera off. Oh man.
No, look, no, you can't just this can't be improv to every week, bro.
It won't be. We'll be more structured. We are still building out the program, and we're gaining structure. But today, our structure is the things business owners need in order to be successful. You know who created this list? Ding, 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 ding. There you go.
Hold on. Wait a minute. That was like an hour ago. I didn't have no time to prep. I didn't have no time to do. I don't do impromptu.
We don't need prep time. We are the prep time. We're here for the people. We are the ones that are gonna help the people. So I'll help too. Target audience, that's my expertise. So we can break them down. You got systems in there. We know that's Elena. Building a team, customer service. We can all help, but I just wanted the people to know that you created these topics just in case anybody gets mad at somebody, they could get mad at you.
I'm not giving no more ideas. No more. No, we'll do better next week. When I say we, I mean you. Right. Me personally, I'm working on like rebranding because at first I think like I had a target audience, but my audience is not online. You know what I mean? So like now I'm like restructuring. I think on Instagram I have over 3,000 followers, but it's like chaotic. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to like tone it down. We're deleting like the oldest post first, trying to restructure basically the brand identity. So it's a whole thing. I can't even like me and my team literally putting it together as we speak because I need everything. We got a week to get it together, maybe 2. So, I mean,
and that's for your target audience.
No, that's from the brand. Like we got the logo and all of that stuff. Yeah, I teach credit, and I mean, man, I'm like, I need a brand identity. Like I need my brand to stand out of myself. You know what I mean? That's the whole purpose that I changed, like from the other company that I had that I'm not going to talk about. It was the brand itself. And so now I'm like, I want something that stands alone so that if in the event that I step away in the future, you know what I mean? People aren't expecting to see just me running the show. So it's like, who is the, you know what I'm saying? Like, or what is the brand and how do I push it or make it bigger really? Or am I the brand? You know what I mean? I don't, I'm figuring it out. I got a week.
Well, we know that you're not the brand yet because you don't even like to put your face on the camera. So
it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks running, bro.
It's a learning curve, but you get there.
I'm winning. I'm winning.
You'll get there. It's cool. that's branded identity. So like what you were saying, you gotta have a brand. If you guys want to be business owners, you have to have some sort of brand. I mean, you can't see ours. That's what we're all talking about. But our brand is gonna be the logo. Like we want you guys to understand when you see T, our logo, you're gonna understand educate, automate, elevate. That's also a brand identity. When you have a brand identity, it's something that identifies you and your business. We want people, and it's crazy because the Get That Free with KP thing that just started recently, but because I use it so often every single day in all of my posts and all of my videos and things like that, now people, when they talk to me, oh, I'm trying to get that free with KP, that's a brand identity. They now know that they want to get that free with KP. One of our, we can, we can have Pinky come on for one of these too. Pinky's pretty good with this stuff. But Pinky, another entrepreneur that we all know, she has a link with Pink. That's a brand identity. It's something that you can identify her as. It's something where it's like I'm trying to think. Bada ba ba ba. Y'all know what that is, right? The McDonald's thing. Right? I mean, but it's true though. It's like certain things where you hear certain sounds, you hear certain melodies, like the ice cream truck. We all know when the ice cream truck comes down the street because of that melody. That's an ice cream tone. So it's like you want to make sure that your logo or your saying or your slogan or something can identify your brand. Yeah, Natalie, it doesn't necessarily have to be a catchphrase, but it has to be something that when people see it or when people hear it, they 100% think about you. That's exactly what it is. So
a part of the brand identity. Like a part of the brand identity for Walmart used to be that big yellow smiley face. That thing was kind of scary to me. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Because they used to get the stickers. That's back when they used to give you the stickers. People don't remember that.
They still give you stickers.
They do?
Yeah. Well, look, I'm in the country. So
I was about to say they don't give them out here in Florida. They just be like, down here in Florida, they got they don't even have greeters anymore. They got the auto gates. Like when you walk into Walmart, it's like 2 gates and you go in and it opens up for you. It says,
we have that, but we still got greeters.
Oh, we don't have greeters. Maybe it's because we in, prime time Orlando. They just like, I ain't saying hello 15 million times a day.
Yeah, but a part of that, all of that is brand identity. Like who the brand is it identifiable? Like Target doesn't have anything but like literally the little bullseye. It's Target without the name being under it. You know what I mean? So that's me personally. That's what I'm working on, branding. I want my page to be identifiable without you having to see the name. You know what I mean? So that's going to be like the font type, what type of, if we're doing pictures, what type of pictures we're doing, what's the message, what's the overall user experience, because I technically have 2 audiences, but only one that I'm really getting ready to like hardcore cater to.
Right. Now that was we wanted to switch over. I felt like we immediately skipped target audience. You went to brand identity, which was number 2. So we're gonna backtrack one. I was trying to go in order of how you wrote them, but
I don't even know the order that I wrote them in. I just put
it's right here. I got it. I put it in the subtitle.
I'm chaotic.
All I did was copy and paste what she wrote, guys. Everybody just understand this is, if you guys think that we're crazy on Wednesdays, just imagine how we talk to each other every single day. It's nonstop action. All right, so the target audience. Target audience is by far the most, to me, important thing when it comes to marketing and growing your business. Most people, and I want to say most people because I fell victim to this, just automatically assume you can sell a service or a product to everybody. And even though that is true, it hurts you more than it helps you, because if your product is so overly vague that people won't resonate with anyone. If you're just saying, let's just talk about credit repair, obviously. If you're just saying, oh, I can fix your credit, there are millions of Americans that need credit repair. But what are you doing, or what are you saying, or what are you telling me that makes me want to help deal with you? You know, what are you specialize in that makes me want to let you do my credit repair, right? Now, the target audience, we'll do a breakdown. We'll use me as a specific type of audience. If I'm just rolling on social media, TikTok or Instagram, any of the platforms, right? And I see an ad that says, "Hey man, hey gentlemen, you know, hey men, are you married? Are you struggling living paycheck to paycheck? Are you struggling to provide for your family? And you know, you trying to get out of that slump to become, you know, a better man or something like that." The then me, you know, he said, "Hey gentlemen." So obviously the ladies wouldn't stop. I would stop, you know, because he broke it down to men over women. Then he said, "Are you you know, married? Are you a married man trying to provide for your family?" What married man is trying to provide for his family, right? But it caught me. I'm a man. I'm trying to provide for my family, and I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So I feel like I'm struggling. So just his message, which is to his target audience or to her target audience, resonated with me as a person. So before he even pitched his services, he got my attention. That's how finding a target audience works, or that's how targeting your targets works. You want your initial message to hit that person before you even try to sell them something, because now I'm interested. Just giving me that message of "Hey gentlemen, are you guys married, struggling to try to help your family, you know, to try to put food on the table," things like that. And I'm like, damn, I'm a married man struggling to put food on the table for my family. You know, let me see what he's got. What is he talking about? Let me listen to this guy to see what he's talking about, you know, because it might be able to help me, right? And then he goes on to his pitch to fix my credit and how I can use my credit to leverage and blah, blah, blah. But the initial message is what caught me, and that's what gained my interest in order to click on the things that he offers. Obviously, you know, we'll go into systems and stuff like that. You got to have other things to carry them through the journey, but the target audience would have been married men, you know, married men struggling to put food on the table or living paycheck to paycheck. Or it breaks down a little separate, but you guys follow me, right? You see how I created that narrative. Seems like one of your streams is having connection issues. We're trying to restore the connection. Can y'all hear? I guess it's me. Oh,
Now,
it it looks like I got one bar. I don't know how, but the difference is you heard the first message. Now the second message is, if you have and all of y'all have seen this, if you have a 3, 4, 500 credit score, message me. What the hell am I messaging you for? I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Natalie says she lost us. Oh shoot! But y'all can hear me, right? Well, all the eyes went down. Damn! I don't know what just happened. Uh-oh. Okay. Are we back, Matt? If anybody's in the chat, can y'all just write us? Let me know if we're back before I continue on. My eyes came back. It went from 6 to 2. And then Natalie said, "Lost y'all. Connection keeps going in and out. Damn it." She says she can hear us, but connection keeps going in and out. I don't know what it is. Oh, y'all are back. All right. I'm not sure what that was. Restream told me that it was blotchy, but I mean, whatever. Okay, we're good. We're back. I'm back. I'm just gonna continue carrying on because I'm not about to backtrack all of that. But if somebody says something like, "Do you have a 3, 4, 500 credit score? I can help you fix your credit." You gotta remember, everybody has a 500 credit score. I don't care. Like, I've already been living with my 3, 4, 500 credit score. You know what I'm saying? I've had that 400 credit score for 6 years. And I've been making, what are you telling me that you're going to fix my credit? Without you giving me some type of incentive or understanding of how I can change my life, I don't care that you can fix my credit, because clearly I don't need credit, or think I don't need credit. I've been making it work for so long. What the hell do I care for, right? Because you didn't target a target audience. You just put that product out there for the masses, and that's why nobody's buying it. You know, like targeting pregnant women. In fact, let's go into depth. Let's break down some like some companies or some products like Nair. We all know Nair. If I say Nair, it's the woman, what is it? The Nair is the woman hair stuff, right? Hair removal. Ain't that Nair? Y'all women? Yes, no, help. Y'all not gonna help me? Well, we do
Yeah.
men stuff then.
Yeah.
Because
That's
clearly
know
you're
what
not gonna
that-
help me. Y'all both just gonna stare at the screen.
I don't even know what's that.
Wait.
All right. So we're gonna talk about Axe. Let's talk about Axe or Old Spice. Old Spice for men. You know what I'm saying? You know why it's Old Spice for men? You know, because they're telling you our target audience is men. Then they were able to make Old Spice for women, and it's 9 times out of 10. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've never smelled the Old Spice for women, but I'm pretty confident it's the same shit. They just threw it at a different target audience to make it seem like, oh, hey, listen, we made something for y'all too. I know we did Old Spice for men, but here's Old Spice for women. Or Dove. We all know that Dove is a good soap, but it's a primary woman soap, you know? That's why they have Dove for men, because it's supposed to cater to men's skin or whatever. But that's how you market to a specific target audience. It's picking the audience, making your opening message specifically to them. A lot of people are afraid to do that because they're like, well, if I say I only want to help women, what about all the men? What about all the men? You know how many women that are out there? You know how many men, you know how many people are in the exact same situation that you can help if you just target them? You know what I'm saying? It's not about trying everybody. No individual business is going to be able to help everyone. Do you know why there are 1 million Walmarts and 1 million Targets that sell the same shit? Because they know we're not going to be able to sell to everybody. We just happy to be selling to anybody. And vice versa. Why do you think when you go down certain neighborhoods, you have a McDonald's right across the street from a Burger King? You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't care. You guys got to stop worrying about trying to serve everyone and just serve your people. I know I have personal friends. I don't like McDonald's myself, but I have personal friends that really will go on road trips or we'll go out of town. They're like, yo, I'm not eating Wendy's. Wendy's could be the only restaurant there. They would rather starve than eat Wendy's because they don't like Wendy's. Like, do you think Wendy's cares? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think Wendy's cares that they don't want to eat at Wendy's? No. All right.
I think some people are scared though to have a target audience.
What will be the fear?
Have
they told you what the fear was?
Limitations. Like I think so. Okay, so one of the things that with one of the this is a while back. I think like one of my students came to me and said, you know, I'm afraid to target an audience because I don't want it. Like I think a lot of entrepreneurs are scared to like let people in their personal life because they feel like they watch other people exploit their entire lives. You know what I mean? To bring in people, and they feel like that's what I have to do in order for me to have an audience or whatever. And it's not targeted. It's just like a wide open audience. I'm going to exploit my life, and this brings in a lot of work for them. So they feel like if I, as an entrepreneur, want to be an entrepreneur, that I have to be. So I have to exploit my life. I got to talk about my kids. I got to talk about my husband or wife or whatever the case is. And then it's scary. So it's like if I target an audience, is it a reflection of my life? You know what I mean? And is that necessarily who I'm going after, or just plain fear of how do I find my audience? Yeah, I know who I want to target, but you know, can I target them? Will those people come to me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like fear. And to me, this is breaking the mindset of being an employee and the entrepreneur, because it's like fear. They come up with all of these irrational reasons, and they really are irrational, so that they can kind of like pacify why they're not able to target that particular group, you know, or even set out to identify that particular group.
So with that, so it sounds like we'll talk about this specific person. It sounds like they believe that they have to tell their story to be a target audience. You don't have to do you as long as you can identify a target audience. It doesn't have to be your story, you know. It could be your mom's story, it could be your sibling story, it could be your spouse's story, your partner's story. you don't obviously you don't want to make up a story because you have to have
I was just gonna say that.
You have to have something that you can actually talk about without talking about it. You don't have to say, hey, I was struggling. I was a struggling entrepreneur. I was homeless, or, I was pregnant with no, father or whatever. You don't have to specifically say you were doing these things. But if you were doing these things, the hurt of what the problem was, Like as a man, I know what it feels like to not be able to provide for my family. I know how much that sucks. So I can target men who may currently going through that because I know that shit sucks for them. So it's like, do I necessarily have to say, hey man, I was struggling? No, I don't. I just have to ask, are you struggling? So they don't have to necessarily put themselves out there. They can see when they get bigger if they choose to, but you don't have to put yourself in the story. You just need the story. So that's probably what is hurting them. That's what it sounds like. And that is that's huge.
So do you think that entrepreneurs have to be vulnerable? Because some people swear like vulnerability is how you attract the people that you're attracting, but like what level? Like where do you
don't have to be vulnerable at all. I know millionaires. I bought courses and classes from millionaires that said I left my 6-figure 9-to-5 to become an entrepreneur. There's no struggle in that. You don't have to have a struggle. However, you have to have a story, because reading the story is like, yo, I left this 6-figure. I was making $200,000 a month working a 9-to-5. Now I make $200,000. I mean, $200,000 a year. Now I make $200,000 a month. Where were you struggling? $200,000 a year is great money. Where were you struggling? But to tell me, I'm doing this, and this, and I still had to clock out, even if you're making $200,000 a year working a 9-to-5, you're still working for someone else. You still have to take PTO. Mm-hmm. You still have to take sick leave. You still have to get a doctor's note and all those other things. You still have to obey someone higher than you. So those were the key points. Yeah, I was making good money, but I wasn't able to take vacations when I wanted to. If I took a vacation, then I had to let my vacation accrue, or if I got sick, I had to use my PTO. So yeah, the money was good, but look at all these negatives that I have. Now I'm my own boss, and I could do what I want when I want, obviously within reason. But that was a story. Was it a struggle story? Absolutely not. Hell, I have friends that don't have struggle stories. Why make up a struggle story? Everybody's not struggling. You don't have to fall into that that window. Like I tell people all the time, your initial story should be your story. Dog, if you were raised in the suburbs, you were raised in the suburbs. It's fine. Everybody doesn't come from the streets. Everybody doesn't start off homeless. And it's like almost like people feel like, oh, I gotta say that and I gotta make it seem like, I made it out the dog. If you weren't selling drugs or doing drugs or killing people and robbing and scamming and all of that, you did get out the mud. So there's no reason to even say it. Right. I'm just saying, like, people always, oh yeah, I made it out the mud. No, you didn't, man. You had a 4.0 in high school. You went to a very good college. You didn't make it out the mud. Like, just relax. So, you don't have to resonate it with a struggle. You don't have to put yourself in the story. You just have to find your target audience and then tell them a story. That's all it really is, And like I said, it makes it easier when you're telling your story, because if not to talk about anybody specific, but let's just say you're a single mom, you have a deadbeat dad, and he walked out on you while you were trying to go through your entrepreneurial journey, right? The struggles of that. You know the struggles of that because you were able to do it. So now when you tell your story, do you have to say I was a single mom with no baby father? No. You can just say, hey ladies, are you a single parent, or say single parent now? Are you a single parent, struggling to do XYZ and trying to make it? I'm here to tell you that it's possible. I can help you go from this to that and blah, blah, blah. And then just tell the story of what difficulties they may run into, which is the ones that you ran into, and then tell them how you're going to help them overcome those difficulties, how you overcame them. But no point of that story do you have to say, this is what I did, this is what happened to me, this is how I can't. No, you can just say, this is what you're probably going through, which is probably what they're going through. Mm-hmm. This is where I'm going to take you, which is where you're going to take them. And this is what your goal is. And that's what their goal wants to be. So you don't ever have to put yourself in the story, but you use your story to navigate the journey. So I don't know.
Or use a story to navigate. Because I feel like if you have an avatar or a figure or just like an image in your head of somebody that's in a struggle, maybe it was a story you identified with, meaning something that you watched happen, right? How did you take this person from, point A to get them, you know what I mean? Like take them through the journey, which I know deviates a little bit from the topic or whatever, but like, could you use that story, you know what I mean? To like, here's John Bob, this is where he started. You know what I mean?
I get it. But there's something so well, that's the thing, Natalie. For if someone doesn't want to put themselves in a story because of whatever fear that they have, right, don't. Eventually they're gonna get comfortable, right, and then they can put themselves in a story. I'm not saying absolutely never put yourself in a story. Hell, y'all can go find my story in my bio. I tell y'all my story. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that when I first started because it was none of y'all business. But as I got more established and as I got more successful, it was like, all right, well, maybe I can start popping this. I had to ask Jazz, is it okay for me to tell them this? My wife gave me the green light and then I put in there. So it's like, you don't have to put yourself in the story. Like Natalie said, it's more powerful knowing. But the thing is, what's happening, and this is about certain people, what's happening is people are making up stories. And then when people find out the truth, when they're like, yo, you didn't go through that, that's where all the negativity comes from. If you tell your truth 100%, there is literally nothing negative that can come from that because no one will ever find any dirt. I told you my truth. I told you I worked at Walmart. I got fired for stealing, and I'm in the jail systems. I told you that. So when it comes out, if I become a millionaire, you're like, yo, he got locked up and stealing from Walmart. That's a part of my story, not KP story. I'm just saying, like, right. You get what I'm saying, all right? It's like people. I feel like people kind of. They get too overwhelmed and they start overthinking and they overwork themselves. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Let me put the thing back up. Natalie, what's going on? She said, I get what you're saying, but I get your perspective. Agreed. All right. So I'm gonna just say okay, because she was posting as I was saying different things. All right, let me see.
Basically, the brand identity, once you have your brand identity, it'll bring your target audience. Would you agree to that or no?
Say it again.
Having your brand identity brings your target audience.
No. They're two separate entities. To me.
So you think your target audience, you think so? I mean, because they go hand in hand for me. For me, my target audience is who I'm trying to sell to. My brand identity is how people identify me. Like even non-target audience can identify me with my brand identity. Like everybody knows Get That Free with KP. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but everybody who knows Get That Free with KP. Right.
More than 50% of them aren't even my target audience. So it's like, that's why I'm like, they don't really go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Natalie said it's not the same to me. Yeah,
for me, they're wrapped in. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're wrapped into each other. I mean, like your brand identity ultimately brings, because who you are as a brand, not you as a person, but like your brand brings your target audience. I think the brand identity is important. I know they're standalones, but I feel like they do go hand in hand.
I think it's weird because I get what you're saying. It's like the thing I brought up earlier, the Nair, women products, Axe and Old Spice men products, Dove, women's soap. So I get it. where it's like the brand identity you would think is that, but the reason why I say it's separated because remember brand identity, you got Dove for Men now. So if Dove is the brand identity, but Dove Men, that's a different target audience. So it's like they're not the same really. But yeah, I would separate them. Honestly, I separate them. Natalie keep responding, but I don't know when she's responding. Like she going for it in the comments, and
no,
I'm like, what?
It's no, she's popping up. It's for her comment to come in pretty close to whenever like the comment is made. Like you type it out, it's just popping up for you.
No, they're all popping up. I'm saying, as I'm talking and ranting on, I'm going back and I'm like, damn, she was commenting, and I don't know what the comment was referring to. You probably saying in real time. I'm not, because I'm not looking at them.
I promise you. Yeah, no, it's super. She like swiping to text or something. She's not T9 or nothing.
Let me see. Elena's got that automation face. She concentrating, y'all. Everybody look at Elena. That's the face she makes when she just found a new automation. All right, so systems, Elena. I know you can't talk much. I'll talk for you if you need me to, but can you? Oh damn, she didn't cough. I don't even want her to talk now.
No, tell me.
We just want to talk about automations. Like why are automations important? Why are having systems in place important?
To me, basically,
Your mic off.
To save time. For me, it's saving time. That's like one of the most important things right now. So a lot of people are spending a lot of time doing many tasks that could be done automatically, and they forget that the time is the most important and the most valuable asset. So that's basically what I like. For me, automations are that. I don't, I have sore throat, so I don't want to talk too much.
She missed the most important thing. Nah, you good. You ain't got no you don't have any voice, but perfect time. And what I wanted to add was stress. You save so much stress, y'all. Elena, she helped me save stress. Elena's done all my automations. Any automation I got in all my damn systems go through Elena. I'm like, listen, Elena, this is what I'm trying to do, and I walk away. Send me the invoice. I'm not dealing with it because, well, it's two reasons. Automations are a headache to even build. Two, I understand the importance of paying for it one time, so that way I don't have to pay with my time for X amount of time. You know what I'm saying? When you first get started in something, you got one client, two clients, a couple clients. It's cool to take a couple cash apps in the beginning. You know, before you fully properly structured and you just trying to make a small sale or do something real quick. Cool. Just send me $50 on Cash App. That's okay. When you have 100 sales, when you're making 50 to 100 sales a week, you are not taking cash apps anymore. You are not taking, I'll send you an invoice. You're not collecting everybody's information individually. That shit gets stressful fast. Mm-hmm. How automations help for me is it does everything for you. Like Elena has my system set up with the credit repair business where she set up the forms. Now, if you go on my website, you fill out some information, guess what happens? The information you input goes into my systems for me, so my team doesn't have to manually input it. You'll now get a text message and an email from my company to tell you the things we need for you to get started, so that way you can go ahead and start getting started. And then my team gets a notification to reach out to you within 24 hours if you haven't completed all those things. KP did absolutely nothing. But the systems made sure that everything you put in was entered correctly. It made sure that my team went back to check to make sure that you have everything you need. And if you don't, to help you with it. And it helps you get started. I mean, it sends out your contract. It sends out your invoice. It sends all notifications and everything it needs to, all the systems. So that way I don't have to. All I got to do is get on that consultation call with you, go over your credit report and get you signed up. That's it. On to the next person. That saves me hours per person, not hours at a time, hours per person. It used to take me about 2 hours, and this is crazy. It used to take me about 2 hours to fully enroll one person. You know how much money I'd be wasting if it still took me 2 hours to enroll one person now? Like I get excited, you know. I tell these two all the time. I have self-enrollments now. It's to the point where I'm signing up people that are never meeting me. The first time they meet me is when we do their first strategy call. You know, I'll get a ding, my auto receiver go, oh, you just signed somebody up. I'm like, oh shit, I just signed somebody up. Yay. Like, you know, because the automation did everything it needed. It gave you all of my videos. It welcomed you. And it's me, you know, don't get me wrong. I have to make the videos and give them to Elena so she put them in the right places. But the automation or systems takes care of everything. You guys have to have systems. Do
And
systems cost? Go ahead. I was going to give them a big ass ticket.
Tell them.
Go ahead. You said sometimes.
No, I see so many people that they say to them, I am going to set up my automations, and they spend a lot of time trying to figure out things. They have so many things that they need to do. They can't learn how to start creating automations, so they end up not doing the automations and not paying. Sometimes people think that they are going to save money by doing it themselves. Sometimes if you have just a few clients and you have time to work on that and learn, you can totally do that. And you should also understand how to set up automations, because that is the only way that you can understand your own system. Sometimes people get automations and they don't even know what they are getting because they don't understand them. They don't understand what they want for their companies. So I see many people that don't want to spend money or don't want to invest money, because that is an investment. They don't want to invest. They don't want to invest money because they think it's too expensive. So at the end, they end up without having automations or doing the automations themselves, and spending more time. So they lose opportunities to sell because they are spending time on learning and fixing automations, or trying to come up with the process that they want to create for themselves. They sometimes they don't even know what automations are, what they really need. And that's why you need to first know your process. You need to know, you need to be real with yourself. Like, okay, I don't have the time, I won't do it. And then hire someone to help you. And if you have the time, then learn and do it yourself. But you need to do it, no matter if you have to pay or do it yourself. So that's my
Is it
recommendation.
possible that some people just don't understand what they want to do as an entrepreneur, and that's why they don't understand the necessity of having a system or automations and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think most people don't really understand. No matter how much you teach them, they don't understand automations. They don't really understand that, like, all the automations that they could have, because KP was talking about invoices and payments. Those are automations. When you set up a course and someone buys it and someone puts their information, even though that is something that from your payment processor, sometimes that is an automation. It's not that you need to use Zapier or ActiveCampaign to set up email campaigns. That's not the only thing for automations. You can do many things. You can send an agreement automatically. You can add your leads to your CRM. Like, you can send a text message. There are multiple automations. You can have a recording to answer the questions. You can go to a website and you see all those buttons that you see on a website. Those are automations. When you click something on any button, something else is gonna happen. everything that triggers an action is an automation.
I'm
An
gonna tell
action
you,
has a reaction, and that is an automation.
just what Natalie said. I didn't realize my mic was turned off. I was trying to say it earlier, but it's the understanding. So I'm gonna talk about me. I'll talk about when I first got started. When if an automator was to come up to me, remember this is kind of like targeting your target audience with the message. If you tell me, hey, I can help automate your systems for $2,500, I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know what an automation is. I don't know what an automation does. I don't know the importance of automation. So for me, when I hear $2,500 now, I'm like, all right, well, what's the automation? Tell me what the automation is. We can make it pop. Like I know $2,500 for specific types of automations is a good value. You know, if you're gonna set up all my systems, I'll pay that. But 2 years ago, I wouldn't have paid that. I wouldn't have known. And with me not knowing, how do I know that you're not getting over on me? You know, not obviously you're not, Elena, but that's the issue. New business owners don't understand the importance of automation. Like you just said, when you click something and it takes you somewhere else, that's an automation. That is the smallest of automations, where it says, when you have on your site, click here to sign up, or my journey again, click here to sign up. You put your information in. The automation that was created for me takes that information and puts it in my system along with triggering all those other things. Elena didn't put them in place for me. What I had set up was for them to put the information on my site, me to have to log in every day to see how many people put information on the site, then me to go reach out to these people who are probably not even caring anymore because it's not instant. So they're like, oh yeah, I found somebody else. I'm now missing people. If I did get those people on a call, then I'd have to, schedule a Zoom with them, do the Zoom, enroll them, manually put all their stuff in, manually send them a link, manually collect the payment. That shit takes time, and it's too much time. Everything that I just mentioned was for one person, right? Then I finally sign them up. Then I got to start disputing. Then I got to start printing their stuff out and mailing all of that. It took me 2 to 4 hours per person with absolutely no automation. So as an automator, well, Elena is a lot better now. Instead of pitching this is how much it's going to cost, you just pitch the problem. I'll tell you what your problem is. Are you tired of spending 4 hours processing clients? Are you tired of having to manually enroll people in your program? Are you tired of having to send out text message to your whole email list or whatever the case may be? Yes, we're tired. I'm speaking for the entrepreneurs. We're fucking tired. So by knowing that, I now can pitch the service. It's like, okay, cool. Well, let me help you save some time. And before you even get to the price, I always do the price at the end because I want to give you the value. This is what we're going to do for you. We're going to set up an automation that allows you, or this is how Elena brought it to me. I'll set up an automation that sends lead nurturing, that does affiliate nurturing, the payment process. I can't even remember all the shit. She done so much. I can't remember. But whatever she had pitched to me at the time, I was like, damn. And I told Jazz, and I think my first invoice from Elena was like $1,700. It was pretty high. And I was like, damn, do I want to pay that much money for do I want to pay that much? And
but now,
I paid it.
Now that you understand now, because sometimes you are doing automations, you are like trying to understand, and you see how much time we have to spend because we need to try to do trials. We find errors sometimes. We need to do tests. It's not that simple as people see it.
Ridiculous.
Sometimes I think that is why I am always raising my prices, because every single time that I work with a client, I encounter more things. And I know that if they would be the one trying to do those automations, they would spend months trying to fix things or trying to find the errors. But now when you spend a lot of time automating and using different systems, you see, the errors, you know exactly how to fix them, what's going on. And sometimes you spend 1 hour just to try to find the error, but errors will be there. Like, it is impossible. I get them all the time, and I have spent 2 years working on that almost every single day.
I'm gonna tell y'all, look, I put my hands up. I tell Lane all the time. I did one automation. I think it was like Monday. It was sometime this weekend. I did one automation, and it took me the entire day. And I asked them to help me test it, and it was broke when I finished. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this shit. Like, I'm not. I put so much time into building the automation out, and I was so happy. And I was like, all right, Lane, I just need you to put some information and tell me what happened. She was like, oh, the email didn't trigger. And I'm like, oh my God. All right, let's go back. The email triggered, but the text didn't trigger. Let's go back. Let's fix it. The text only sent one text. Let's go back. Oh, my account didn't activate when I put my email in. I'm like, it's a lot, y'all. And I think where Shanice said this, when you actually see the automation being built and truly understand it, you would then second guess why the automator is only charging what they're charging. Like, that is very stressful, man. My page is lagging. Are we lagging, or is it just Shanice? Anybody else? I'm just realized I just loaded up my phone. I'm getting comments on my personal page that I'm not seeing here. I don't know how we can fix that, y'all. We didn't miss anybody. I see Shyla, Nexie, Dub. Appreciate you guys. We see Cedric, Marcus. What's going on?
I'll come back in a few minutes.
Yeah, I didn't see all of those, y'all. So I weren't missing it, y'all. Just this is the only chat that we see right here. We should probably put this up. I would say new comments will display it. But when the comments come in, we answer them as we see them over there. But let's keep going. We got the systems. We did target audience, branded. It says, how does this look? Oh wait, what? Oh, Shanae, damn, I'm solo now. All right, well, whatever. I'm solo. They'll come back when they get back. So finding the target audience, finding clients, that goes to the target audience. We already covered that. I guess that like doubles back. Once you find your target audience, once you identified your target audience, all you got to do is go push your content to them. You guys already know social media. I don't know if you're watching this on my TikTok, if you're watching this on my Instagram, if you're watching this on my Facebook, if you're watching it on my YouTube, if you're watching it on my Twitch. Like I'm streaming on like 7 different platforms. Elena and Shanice are streaming on platforms as well. So you can see the multiple different areas where you can market. Your target audience is all over those places. I have car stickers on my truck. Everywhere I drive, my target audience can see me, you know? When I travel out of town, I have apparel that has my business logos and my QR code on the back of the shirt because I'm always marketing 24/7. You know, if people see it and they don't care, That's fine. I'm still living my life. I just came back from Vegas. I signed up 2 people in Vegas because of my apparel. Oh, yo, what's up? You can help me get that free. What's up? And I send them to my free ebook because of the automations. So we can go back to systems real quick. Because of the automations, finding clients is even easier because now all I got to do is have a short conversation with you, send you to my website, and let the website handle everything else. I trust that the website is going to take you down that journey that I wanted to take you down. And that's it. I don't have to sit and try to sell you for 30 minutes or sit with you for 2 hours or talk to you over a cup of tea or something like that. It's like, yo, bro, hey, scan my QR code on my back of my shirt. I'm getting ready to head out, but scan the QR code and it'll link you with me, right? You know, I sign up guys in the barbershop. My barbers call me Credit Man KP. You know, all the barbers in the barbershop call me Credit. And we going today, you know, y'all can see it, but they all call me Credit Man KP because they know what I do. I talk about credit 24/7. I got apparel. I got a hat. I got a shirt. I'm about to we getting tea apparel. I'm gonna get my barber one. You give your apparel out to people. Give it to your customers. Give it to your clients. Now you're marketing without even have to market. Put your brand identity. This goes back to Shanice. When they see that T logo and they see Elevate, Automate, Educate, they're gonna be like, yo, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm trying to get on. I want to learn. How do I learn? Scan this QR code. Now my people don't even have to explain the process because the QR code is gonna take them to our funnel, which is automated by Elena. That's gonna handle everything we need to handle just from you wearing my apparel. You see how easy that is? So it all blends in together. I mean, we're not finished yet. You know, we still got customer service and building a team, but you have to find your target audience. You have to know who you want to talk to. Your brand identity has to be people should be able to see that and automatically know it's you. Systems, if you don't have systems, you're doing everything manual. Vacations are no longer vacations. They are workations, and you're not going to enjoy them. Finding clients, that's super easy. Clients everywhere. Your neighbors are clients. Your Your coworkers are clients. People that you see when you go grocery shopping are clients. The dude, that weird looking dude at the gas station, can be a client. Like literally everyone can be a client. Literally everyone or anyone can be a client. It doesn't matter as long as you have something that they need. So find clients is easy. And then customer service. So customer service, this one, oh my God. Customer service will put you out of business faster than anything else. I don't care if you sell a product. I don't care if you sell a service. I don't care if you have a free giveaway. If you have shitty customer service, people are not returning. They are not referring people to your business. They're going to talk bad about your business and your shit going to sink. What was it Shanice? Oh yeah, Shanice. I saw she was kind of like Roboto. But yeah, man, customer service, guys. If you all have businesses, business owners, not even just business owners, just people in general, like you have to have good customer service. Like that's it. Like I tell you right now, we can talk about my credit repair company. I've had clients, get not as good desired results they would like, right? But because my team and my customer service are so superior, they're like, oh, it's okay. We get offer them refunds and do whatever we got to do to make sure that they're happy. And they're still referring people. So because my customer service was so superior, you didn't get the desired results that you wanted, but you still referred people to my company to give them the opportunity to get their credit fixed. See what I'm saying? But then let's roles reverse that. Let's say they didn't get the desired results and I was an asshole. I'm like, nah, we not giving you no refund. I got some stuff deleted. It's in your contract. I ain't doing nothing for you. Now that person's probably gonna blackball me. They're gonna blacklist me. They're not gonna refer me to their friends. They're gonna talk bad about me. They might, make a fake page and do all the crazy shit that we've been seeing on social media. When I could have just had better customer service and made things right. So customer service is huge. What you think is time to me to build for KP. Man, Marcus, hey, shoot me a DM after this, Marcus. We got to hop on Zoom, bro. Facebook users say sad customer service is key. Absolutely, man. So y'all just got to understand, it does not matter what the product is. It doesn't matter the price of it. Your customer service can supersede all of that. If you sell something and it breaks and you're like, oh, listen, we'll give you a replacement. We're sorry. Here's an extra 10% off coupon or something like that. Just imagine how many times you went out to eat and the food wasn't great, but the waiter or the waitress went out of their way to make sure that you got something better, or they brought you out some mac and cheese, they comped you and things like that. That makes you want to come back to the restaurant, right? Then you could think about times where you probably got the best food of your life, but the waiter was an asshole and kept hovering over you or disappeared for hours, and you don't want to go back. So the cook did his job, everybody else did their job, but that one person that was supposed to give you customer service was shitty, so you don't want to go back. And applies to everything. Customer service is the top thing of any business. Missouri Michelle. I hope Michelle. I know Charlotte was in here, but Miss Missouri, she lagged out. That's that Missouri connection, y'all. That's the Missouri connection. She done lagged out. See, we not lagging out in Colorado and Florida. We good over here. Let's talk about this last thing. What's the last thing? What was the last thing, Elena? Oh, building the team. So building the team, this does not have to come fast. You don't have to build a team in the beginning. You really don't have to build a team until you start to become overwhelmed. If you have the automations in place, it actually delays the timetable of having to build a team, because I had already started to build my team prior to meeting Elena. So some of the things I was already not having to do, but my team was, and that cost me money because the longer they're on the clock doing things, obviously the more I have to pay them. When Elena made things easier for myself and my team, I noticed, I'm like, damn, I paid her one time and that shit cut my payroll down by like 40% because they're not having to work as much or not having to work as hard. So 40% over, over a year now, Elaine, that $1,700 purchase that I made with Elena has probably saved me over $20,000 in pay, because they're not having to do all of that shit manually. Even though I'm not having to do it, because I hired them, they're not having to do as much. Michelle said I don't get notifications. Somebody said that you gotta follow me or hit a follow button on the restream. I'm not sure how you do it, Michelle, but yeah, the building the team, it definitely is important, because at the end of the day, you want to work on your business and not in your business. But with the right automations and the right systems, you can get by without having a team for a nice bit of time. Once you notice that you're starting to get a little overwhelmed, you want to go out and start hiring, put people in the right places, so that way they can handle things for you. You have to vet these people. Regardless if you hire a overseas VA or an American, you have to have a vetting process. Don't just go hire your friend's cousin because they said he's good at content. Look at the content that they're able to create. Look at the things that they've already been able to do in the past. Figure out what jobs they worked for before and vet them. Just like you go to Walmart, or you go to Home Depot, or you go to these big wig jobs and they vet you, they ask you a million questions. It's a reason they ask you those questions, because they want to make sure that where they put you, you're gonna fit. You do that when you build a team out too. Like when I tell you building out my team, man, it's made outsourcing. When it comes to my outsourcing company, the thing I legitimately do is bring people in, because I have my assistant. Bradell takes care of everything. He takes care of all the customer service. I have a disputing team. I have a payment processing team. I have an enrollment team that checks documents and stuff like that. So my teams are already split up to where everybody does something. Elena's automations, it helps them do the things faster, but I don't have to do those things anymore. I created Loom videos to teach my team how to do each perspective of my business, which is included with the SOPs. But I'm no longer working in that business. My personal credit repair and my outsourcing companies, I am no longer in those businesses. I just have to check out every day just to be like, hey, what are we doing? Okay, cool. And he gets it done, So now I can focus more on my mentorship. I can focus more on growing. I'm starting to learn wholesaling. It's a bunch of things that I want to do. Now I got 2 businesses that are fully functioning and fully automated and have the systems that are making me money without me having to be there all day 24/7. So building the team can come last once you have everything else. Obviously, make sure you have a customer service team that is very good with their customer service. I cannot stress how many times I've seen Radell's conversations and I've like teared up. Like, yo, this dude, he might get better customer service than I do. Apologizing and offering credits and, trying to make things right and getting it fixed in there. And it's far beyond my expectation. So that's it. I think we good. I hope Elena, I didn't want her to talk too much. She's sick. Yesterday her hair was hurting. I never heard that one before, but she looks like she feels better. Elena, that was so funny, man. I never heard my hair is hurting. Like your hair was hurting? What does that even feel
like? It's an exaggeration. I was exaggerating.
Gotcha. That's too funny.
Well,
shoot, I'm tired. I don't know why. That's it for us, man. I appreciate y'all. Like every week, we always appreciate you guys. If we missed any of your comments, again, we apologize. I'm looking on my phone. I can see the personal comments from my phone. We see the comments that come. If we did not get to your comment, again, I am sorry. We just didn't see it. So we're working to fix that. In the top section, in the description section, that's what I was trying to say. There should be a sign up link. So if you guys sign up, when you comment, it'll pop up on the restream so we can see who it is, like how Natalie was commenting. So other than that, that's pretty much it. We good. Oh, Shanice came back. You good, Shanice?
Say goodbye.
So I left because I was having connection issues. The baby threw up all over me. So I'm listening.
This is rough.
We ended. We're ending.
Y'all
We were
ended.
just saying.
Look,
We were just saying goodbye.
it's too much. Today ain't the day. Like, this is too much, y'all. All right, bye, y'all. Look.
We're gonna talk about. We probably should do like a forum and ask the community what do they want us to talk about, and then we can have subjects.
I
Okay.
put that. I gave you that idea because I said that.
I gave you that. I know she didn't, y'all. She didn't give me that idea. Look, I got the podcast mic. Next week. I'm gonna set it up on like some blocks so y'all can see my mic because I bought this so y'all can see it and can't nobody ever see it. There you go. Be like this. This is a true podcast from the Elevation team.
I cannot.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next Wednesday.